Well, good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you for joining me this afternoon. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday afternoon with me. Again, my name is Christopher Laird, and I am a science fiction author. I am from Michigan. I think this chat, this forum, I think we're all over the nation, so people from all over may be listening. Again, I just want to thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. And I just want to let you guys know and just introduce everybody, who I am, my books, things like that. If you got chat, say hello. If you have any questions, during this time, feel free to, ask a question, say hi, whatever you feel, you feel comfortable with doing. So I want to let everybody know that this is my book Origins, The Secrets of Mykia. And this book was actually the first book that, I written. And this was in 2017. And the one I just showed you, this is the newer version or the second edition of that book. And for today only, that book is free, just the Kindle version. So if you go to Amazon right now, and pick up Origins, The Secrets of Mykia. You can pick up that Kindle book for free, and I also have some other books as well that are for Kindle that are free also, which is Origins 4, The Secrets of Mykia, and also have The Journey of Tanis, which is not a part of the series, but it's his own standalone book, and that is free as well. And those promotions will go until probably Monday. So definitely get your opportunity to get those books. And I am going to send you guys a link so you can pick those books up. If I can get that link through. I'm having trouble getting the link through, but you can go on Amazon and purchase the book. Um, you can go on the website and purchase it as well. Having trouble posting the link. But I do want to explain the series to you and what it's about. So, Origins, The Secrets of Mykia. It's a story that's based on, the 28th century, and it's about this mystical or mysterious particle in space. It's called the Hasson-Flung particle, and it's basically everything that started the universe, created the universe, and it's known as mostly just a legend. A lot of people in other civilizations is always just a legend, doesn't really exist. But there is an evil alien race called the Ramassadors that believe this particle does exist, and they are after it. So in the story, they pillage and destroy all these planets where they think the particle is at, and the particle, it's accessible only through like a portal. So there's this secret portal uh, on the planet that you can get access to, and you go to another region of the universe. You go to this whole other region where travel there is just impossible, and that's where the particle is located. So the ambassadors are going on these planets, destroying them, looking for this secret portal, and in the process, they're killing thousands and thousands of other races. So unfortunately, that's what's going on. So the ambassadors are highly advanced in weapons and all types of technology, more so than the humans and other alien races. So they do have the advantage. So to combat this is the Delta Corps. Now the Delta Corps is the military of the future. So there is no Navy, no Marines, there is no Army, no Air Force. Delta Force is a combined service where it's strictly just Um, they have warships. There's warships, and they do land and sea attack, but it's all under one umbrella, which is Delta Corps. And Delta Corps is also the government that brings the Mykians and the humans and other races together. So Delta Corps not only acts as a military organization, but it acts as a government. So not only do you have, all this military with the humans and the Mykians, which we'll get to in a second, but you also have other races involved in this. So think of it as a United Nations type of thing, where you have all nations or all civilizations under this one umbrella operating as a government. So Delta Corps is everything that brings everybody together. So the Delta Corps is fighting the Ramastadors, and they are losing the war. The Ramastadors' advanced weapons and strategies and technology is overpowering the humans, and they're overpowering other races. So there is no hope for humanity, and they're about to be destroyed. And the Ramastadors had taken over Earth. So Earth has been taken over actually centuries ago. This is in the 28th century. So the Ramastadors had taken over Earth. So Earth is no longer inhabitable by humans. Humans have found other places to live. There was Earth 2, but it's in another galaxy. So Delta Corps is losing. So the protagonist in this series is Michael Stratford. He is the captain of the Horizon warship, and he has the task of fighting the Ramastadors and winning this war. But he finds himself entangled in the middle of all this, because the thing with the particle, even though it's accessible through a porthole, to get to the porthole is almost like a foyer area. And to decode the foyer area, you need ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics to access the foyer area, which will lead you to the portal. Now, nobody knows Egyptian hieroglyphics in the 28th century. It's a dead language, it's a dead art, and nobody knows it. And that's why the Mykians, who actually have access to the particle, they know it's there on their planet, but they've been trying to keep it secret for centuries. They use ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics to seal off the foyer, and only way to get to it is you got to decipher the hieroglyphics. And centuries ago, even before the days Jesus was born, the Mykians visited Earth, and they visited the Egyptians, and they exchanged information, they exchanged cultures, and the Mykians found ancient hieroglyphics interesting and almost similar to their language. They found it interesting. So what they did is they took the Egyptian hieroglyphics, and the Mykians used it for their own coding to kind of hide from other people from getting it. So since this is a dead language from old Earth, nobody's going to know this language centuries and centuries later. So the Mykians took this Egyptian language and used it for their own advantage. So the only way you can open the porthole or get access to it is to decode the ancient hieroglyphics. And the only person that knows how to decode it, or knows how to at least read ancient hieroglyphics, is Michael Stratford's wife, Lisa. Now, she studied Egyptian hieroglyphics, in her spare time. She knows how to read it. She knows how to write it. She knows how to decipher it, all types of things. So once the Ramastadors find out that she knows how to decode it, they kidnap her. But the Ramastadors can't go on Mykia alone and do it. They can't attack the planet. It's heavily guarded, heavily secured. It's almost impossible to get on this planet. So what they do is they hire a mercenary, which is Ixana, and Ixana is Mykian. So the best way to infiltrate Mykia is to have a Mykian go there and do that. So Ixana is hired by the Ramastadors to go on the planet and kidnap Lisa and have her to decipher the ancient hieroglyphics. That is her job. So, so as the story unfolds, I don't want to give too much of it away, but it is a exciting, fast-paced science fiction story. If you like Star Trek, if you like Indiana Jones, just imagine these two franchises entangled into one, and you have Origins. My story. So it's a lot of fun. I was inspired by Indiana Jones as a kid. I watched Indiana Jones. I watched Star Trek as a kid. So a lot of my stories, especially this one, is inspired, by those movies. Is inspired by those franchises. So you may even, catch a very indirect or subtle reference of Indiana Jones or maybe a Star Trek, a very, very subtle one. And Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future as well. So you might catch in most of my stories a very subtle reference to one of those franchises or one of those specific movies. So Origins, that's where it takes off. And, like I said, it's a very fascinating, very fun book. And like I said, for today only, you can buy this book free on Kindle on Amazon. So make sure you go there, check it out. Um, so this is the second edition to the book. The first edition, that's available as well. You can pick that up. However, that one is not for free on Kindle. This one is. So you can go on Amazon and get the second edition for free. I think, believe until Monday, you can get it. And there are 4 books in the series that you can purchase. There are 4 books in the series you can purchase, and they're all very exciting, very fast-paced novels. And even if you're not into science fiction per se, I always tell people, like, an ordinary person, a regular person, can read these novels. They can, get quickly engrossed in them because they involve human nature. They involve, human circumstances, human problems that we all can relate to. So it's not so scientific that, we get lost or bored, going to the story. You're dealing with characters, and with the characters, you're dealing with problems, you're dealing with conflict, and these are things that we all deal with in our daily lives or we have dealt with at some point. So, therefore, everything's very relatable to the story. The characters are relatable. Like I said, they have their own conflicts that they're going through. So the story is basically like it's in the race to get this particle, and whoever gets the particle first can have its power. And they can have its power, and the power is unimaginable. It is the particle that created God Himself. That's how powerful, and that's what this particle is all about. This particle created the universe and everything before the universe. This particle is the history of everything we ever known, and that's why it's so powerful, and that's why the ambassadors are after this, and it's on MyKIA, and the Mykians have been trying to keep it safe, have been trying to keep it secret for so many centuries, so nobody gets a hold of this. And unfortunately, you can't keep a secret too long. The old adage is always, if 2 people know about it, it's not a secret anymore. So that's the case here. So everybody's been, trying to keep this particle secret, and it's finally out of the bag. And so Michael Stratford finds himself entangled into all this because now his wife is now kidnapped and by Exana, and now she has to, unwillingly help bring it into the universe. So, like I said, Origins, The Secrets of MYKIA. It's a fun story. I wrote the story when I was 16. And what ended up happening was when I started going to college and everything like that, I had forgotten about the book. I forgot about the manuscript. And I moved so many times that I had these 3 spiral notebooks with me, all the times that I moved. And, they always stayed with me. I lost a lot of things over the years, but I still kept these, 3 notebooks. And amazingly, they stayed with me throughout the years. They weren't destroyed or lost or whatever. And then in 2016, I was in my linen closet, and I saw these notebooks. They're still there, and my manuscript is still there intact. And I had to tell myself, what happened to that passion that I had, writing these books? Where's the excitement? Where did that go? And it got strangled out with real life, finishing college, finding a job, taking care of family, and your goals and your aspiration, your dreams can sometimes get strangled uh, from life, and you kind of forget about it and you put it on the back burner, saying, "Oh, I'll get to it later," and later never comes, and we say, "Oh, I'll get to it later," and we repeat this cycle of "I'll get to it later," and it's just a cycle that repeats, and we never actually get to it. So I found my opportunity to say, "Hey, here's the books. They're already done, rough draft. Let me clean them up, and let me go ahead and get this published." So Origins was published in 2017, and it's been a great ride ever since. So I am just happy that I took the opportunity to step out on faith and start my writing career. Started, writing my book. Uh, I just couldn't face, putting it off any longer because I'm, getting older, and how much time are we going to, do this? So, and then I've written three other books after that involved in the series, and I wrote a stage play as well regarding, the series. So, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. My life has changed dramatically since I've started writing these books, and I'm just so glad I made that decision. And I'm looking for more great things in the future, more great things to come, and I'm only getting started. So the other three books are great. Origins 5 will be out this summer, so that will be coming. So again, um, Origins, The Secrets of Mykia, it's available now on Amazon for free on Kindle, and I also have other books on there that are free, which is The Journey of Tanis, and I also have Origins for the new Mykia, which will be also for free, and that's until Monday, I believe. So you'll have time until Monday to go pick up those books for free on Kindle. The paperbacks are still on retail. I can't recall what they were off the top of my head, the price, but I believe uh, they're around $16 or $17 for the hardcover books. For those. So make sure you pick up Origins. Like I said, I don't want to give too much of the book away, but it's so much fun. It's fun writing the books, and my passion, was just in writing, and I hope to one day, live freely off of my revenue from writing and writing my books, and just do this for a full time living. And I also want to part a little bit of advice for people who may be trying to get into writing, or trying to self-publish a book, or to find a publisher, to get your work out there. And I will impart a little bit of advice, to you, if you want to go that route. And I think the main thing, well, one of the main things that I think you want to focus on is in this age of social media, that kind of towers over everything. So I think having a strong social media presence is paramount to having a successful writing career. It is it's the go-to for everything nowadays. Businesses use it. Um, and I think the best avenue is Instagram. I think Instagram will be the best way to go about that. Um, I think Instagram is Facebook used to be Facebook, and I think that's still used to a degree. But I think Instagram is more the way that people are going to right now. So I just encourage writers to open an Instagram account, and start posting stuff on there every day. And things that you post, whether they're science fiction or romance novels or mystery novels, whatever your genre is, post it on there. Encourage friends to follow your page. Try to find ways to, get followers, get on your page. And, I don't know how media savvy you are, but it is possible to do this. I hired a marketing company to help me, market myself on Instagram and just to help me to get on there. So, because I know nothing about social media, okay, I'm not very adroit in that area of expertise. So I hire people that are much smarter than me, to say, "Hey, Chris, this is what you need to do. Do this. Help you get more followers." So I have a social media marketing company working with me, and they mostly do most of the work on my account. I do very little on my account. I post stuff, but they do more behind the scenes things as far as marketing, getting followers, things like that. So all I have to do is post stuff every day or every other day at least, and that's all I have to worry about. So my parting tip for everybody watching is to have a good social media presence, and I highly suggest Instagram or Twitter or TikTok. And I don't know how long we're going to have TikTok with the current government regulations on it. I don't know how long TikTok's going to be here. But while it is here, while it's still here, I would try to use that for your advantage as well. And say using Instagram and just having a strong social media presence on there. Uh, because from what I understand, if you have 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers or 100,000 followers, you post your book on Instagram, like say, "Hey, today's my book release. My book is out today." There you go. You have 10,000 people, 100,000 people already know about your book. So my parting advice to you is get an Instagram account for yourself. It's helped me out, and I'm sure to help you out. And if you're not very skilled in that area, uh, find a social media marketing team to kind of help you out with that. And they have to cost thousands of dollars. They can be a few $100. You can do like a monthly subscription. You can do a yearly subscription with these guys. It depends on what company you find and what they cater to. But my advice to you is to have a social media account to help you to do that. And I am trying to post a link on here for you guys. And I am having trouble doing that at the moment. For some reason, I cannot post a link. Um, but anyway, I want you guys to follow me on Instagram, and that's Chris Laird Sci-Fi 2 on Instagram. And I also have a Patreon page. So I ask you to please support my Patreon page. That's also a Patreon / Chris Laird Sci-Fi. And I'm also on Facebook at Chris Laird Sci-Fi as well. And I also have a website. It's chrislaird.net. So make sure you check out my website. I have a lot on there. You can go to my website, and all my books are available. I have past interviews. I have media coverage. I have a whole bunch of stuff you can check out on my website. So that's chrislaird.net. You can check out. Don't forget my Instagram at Chris Laird Sci-Fi 2. I have a Chris Laird Sci-Fi, but I forgot the password and I can't get back on there. So I had to make a new Instagram account. So Chris Laird Sci-Fi 2 is my Instagram, and my Facebook is Facebook Chris Laird Sci-Fi. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. And once again, Origins, The Secrets of MYKIA by Christopher Laird. It is available right now for free on Amazon. Just the Kindle only. So you can only get the Kindle version right now on Amazon for free. And like I said, I think you can do that till Monday, whenever the promotion ends. And you can just go to Amazon. I wish I could do the link, but it is not loading properly. So I don't know what doing wrong here. Again, this is my, uh, 'cause I'm not skilled at social media, but it's something I'm going to have to learn. So I can't get that link up right now. But in my next virtual um, book signing, it's really not a book signing, really a book discussion. I will have this fixed, but it is not posting up right now. But you can go on Amazon. You can put in Christopher Laird author, and it should take you right to my books, and you can do that. Don't forget my website, chrislaird.net. Don't forget my Facebook, Chris Laird Sci-Fi. And please don't forget my Patreon. You can support my Patreon page at Patreon/Chris Laird Sci-Fi. Once again, I want to thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Thank you for taking the time to spend your afternoon with me. I greatly appreciate your time. Like I said, I'm an author. I'm really trying to get out there. I'm trying to engage with the audience. If you can say hi in the chat, please do so. If not, that is fine. I thought I had chat set up, but apparently I did not have it set up properly, I suppose. So this is something that I will revisit in my next virtual book signing, and I should have that chat up good and ready for everybody to see. I just want to post the links for everybody, my Instagram and my website, and the direct link to my book. So again, thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really appreciate your time and taking out 30 minutes of your Saturday to spend it with me talking about science fiction. So once again, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, my Instagram, Chris Laird Sci-Fi 2, my website, chrislaird.net, and my Patreon at Chris Laird Sci-Fi. Now, once again, for my Patreon, there is a paid subscription on there. I have levels low as $2, and I have levels high as $10 a month, and also at $2 a month. And there is a free membership for my Patreon, but I think you can I don't think you can access any material. I think you can just, look at things, go through the page, but you don't have full access to any of the material. So on my Patreon, I have weekly short stories. I have weekly updates on my new book, Origins 5. And monthly, I have, wallpaper that you can purchase regarding, my books. And I also have audio logs of my characters. You can also listen to get you more familiar with the characters, get familiar with the franchise and the series. You can do that as well. And on my level 10, I'm also doing online writing courses, and I'm doing monthly interviews with local celebrities and entrepreneurs and authors and writers, just to help us to navigate, through this writing and authoring, if there is such a word, that we're trying to do. So it's just an avenue for authors and writers to go to, because there's not a lot of help, out there. Or where do you go to improve your writing or get published? Or, there's not like a template out there. Oh, do this, this, and this, and you get published. There's not a lot of that out there. So I did create my Patreon page for $10 a month. You can get access to interviews and writing courses that I will be doing. So make sure you check out my Patreon page at Chris Laird Sci-Fi. So it's pretty much what my Patreon page is all about. Support my writing and to get you guys familiar with me, my writing, and what I do. So once again, thank you so much for joining me here today. And let this not be our last meeting. Continue to follow me on Instagram, follow my website, and my Patreon page. And I'll be doing not monthly, I'll be doing weekly virtual book signings and discussions. Not only talking about, my book right here, but I'll be talking about, my other books, The Journey of Tanis, which is free right now until Monday. So if you want to pick that up, you can pick that up as well. Again, I'm so grateful for your time today. Thank you so much. And I want to see you guys again soon, whether I'm on a virtual tour or I'm doing a physical tour. Hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you for following me, and I hope I made you a new fan today. Have a great Saturday, and I will see you soon. Thank you again.